This year with the new 32-second shot clock off the draw. And Nick Rowlett, the rookie from Michigan, is going to be tested here early, taking on Zac Tucci, second-year man from North Carolina.
I like the pickup by Andy Towers going after Rowlett, because if you watch him on tape in college at Michigan, he is a big-time athlete. He can scrap and really good on ground balls as well. So I think the rules fit Rowlett.
We introduce you to Blaze Reardon in goal for Clamp. You get possession and you get it into the offensive end and into your offensive players' sticks very quickly. Tucci initially won possession, but now it's on the ground. Waterdogs pick it up with who else? Zach Courier.
Yeah, expect to see a lot of that. There's no two better wings in the league than Courier and Reese.
Courier's going to get a look here, and he scores. Waterdogs quickly open their defense with a goal and go up 1-0.
Called him a Swiss Army knife because of his ability to do everything on the field. There is not a more complete midfielder in the universe than Zach Courier. He uses that two-man game. He's the picker originally, and then the shooter off the two-man game.
Yeah, and face-off offense is a huge part of this Waterdogs total offensive package. Courier's ability to pick up a ground ball, stay on a field, immediately get involved in a two-man game. On the first replay, you can actually see Waterdogs running in extra midfielders. They attack early and often.
Rowlett wins his first face-off as a pro. Now Chaos, first time of the day, 6v6.
Kind of in flux in terms of who's guarding Witcher. Once he found out that both were shading away from him, he sealed that opening.
I don't think Witcher had a goal all of last year. He's got one in the first couple of minutes of this season. Ground ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Dogs, so it'll be Chaos ball.
And no goals last right.
Playing in the Buckeyes' new stadium there. One by Tucci. He can shoot too, but Blaze not going to get beat on that low shot.
And Blaze is always fantastic, but today he's got it.
So if he draws a slider, if he draws eyes, Caraway's going to get opportunities.
Yeah, he was a 2020 guy last year in terms of goals and assists. 9 years in lacrosse, professional lacrosse, without a title before winning one last year with the Waterdogs. Big moment for him. Turnover here with just 3 seconds left to go. Can the Dogs get a shot? They'll take one here, and Blaze not having to make the save, but an opportunity for the Water.
Because he caught it, and then he started moving back to the middle of the field, so he didn't lose his angle.
A little bit of a twister at the end, too, to beat DeLuca.
Cotter, I got to mention Jasinski from Alabama, first player in pro lacrosse history from Birmingham.
That's a good point. We talk about the growth of the game in the Deep South, and Zach Courier is banged up a little bit here. Flags all over the field. This is a big moment here. If Courier looks okay, he's walking off.
Number 10, 1 minute, slash.
Courier will get him back.
Possession time through just some mistakes of our own, so we got to clean that stuff up and then to settle in and play lacrosse.
What needs to change on offense?
Well, we got to go ahead and stop going offsides, first of all. I'd love to go ahead and get a little bit more time, and I think we're just not getting into the second layer of our offense. Right now, it's kind of like it's a little bit too dodge and shoot right now.
One and done.
Yep, that's exactly right. There it is again. So
Is within the framework of what we've practiced offensively. You know, I think some guys are out there making some great plays individually, but at the end of the day, we're going to be most dangerous when all 6 guys are connected.
Brian Minicus looks to be your primary dodger, penetrator.
Yep.
What have you seen from him in camp?
Made all the world of a difference because he caught it, and then he started moving back to the middle of the field, so he didn't lose his angle.
A little bit of a twister at the end, too, to beat DeLuca.
Cotter, I got to mention Jasinski from Alabama, first player in pro lacrosse history from Birmingham.
That's a good point. We talk about the growth of the game in the Deep South, and Zach Courier is banged up a little bit here. Flags all over the field. This is a big moment here. If Courier looks okay, he's walking off.
Number 10, 1 minute, slash.
Courier will get him back.
ourselves, this is obviously a great Chaos team. I mean, Blaze is the real deal, but we're giving them too much possession time through just some mistakes of our own. So we got to clean that stuff up and then to settle in and play lacrosse.
What needs to change on offense?
Well, we got to go ahead and stop going offsides, first of all. I'd love to go ahead and get a little bit more time, and I think we're just not getting into the second layer of our offense. Right now, it's kind of like it's a little bit too dodge and shoot right now.
One and done.
Yep, that's exactly right. There it is again. So
Uncle Carmine back in the day rolling up to Sunday dinner, all business.
The black Cadillac with the Chihuahua on his shoulder. Italian horn and cross necklace in full view. Timeout Chaos. Rowlett's done a nice job at the stripe. Chaos with the 4-3 lead. We'll take a 30-second break. We're coming right back. Rowlett.
The Michigan rookie having a little bit of a first half. But first of all, what emotions are you dealing with today making your debut?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. This coaching staff, playing with my brother, just everyone, it's so much fun. It's always been a dream of mine. So really excited, and I'm excited for a good second half.
What's the biggest challenge that the Faceoff man faces in this game?
Yeah, the biggest challenge, at least for me, is just kind of getting used to the rule change, back on the knee, a little bit different cadence, and just I was fortunate enough to have some Jerry Raganese and some of the older guys kind of help me out through this week. And this is, I know I had a great first half, but it's all credit to them. They're the ones who prepared me for this.
Maybe it's the tucking into the jersey, man. This is a strong look. I love it. What's the deal?
Yeah, well, on every face-off during practice this week, Jerry was grabbing my jersey, got wing guys grabbing my jersey, so I figured any advantage I could get. Hopefully it's harder to grab, keep the face-offs a little cleaner. Hopefully I'm in and out a little quicker.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Like an NFL offensive lineman, get that tightest jersey you could possibly get. Don't give it.
Forget about it, Kark.
And Rowlett, the rookie, you look at his toughness, his ability to scrap. He's at 77% at the stripe, just giving the Chaos opportunities to hold the rock. Blaze Reardon, as good as he is, no one is stopping Jake Caraway with a giddy up at 106. Pure smoke.
Take a look at our first half stats. Roughly even across. He's got a new mentor on the sideline with him too, as Max Adler is here. Came down from Buffalo last night after the Bandits won the NLL championship. Good for him for even getting up.
No sleep, Potter.
No
He said
sleep.
no
Not
sleep.
an ounce of sleep.
Zero.
Celebrated all night long, and then what a teammate to come down here and be a part of this opener for the Chaos.
You know Max pretty
yeah,
well.
really well. He works at ESPN. Great guy. And he's a great teammate, great leader. He wanted to be here for this, and also to be a mentor of sorts to Nick Rowlett, making his first professional debut. To have another Rowlett on the team.
Just give me more Rowlett DNA in this locker room and on this roster.
Tough as nails. They play so physical, so hard. Jack Rowlett is a tremendous mentor, obviously, to his brother, but people like Will Bowen, too, who was one of his players this year. Jack Rowlett, a defensive coach at Georgetown, and helped kind of groom a guy like Bowen for this opportunity.
And we're talking about Nick a lot. Jack, meanwhile, has held Sauer scoreless.
Nick has won 9 of 11 draws today. I mean, he has really dominated Tucci at the strike. Sarah, Ryan Boyle, Quinn Kesnick on the sideline. We're even strength right now for at least the next few seconds, and Rowlett continues to be impressive at the face-off dot. So now Chaos is a man up as Jack Jasinski is released from his penalty.
How big?
Around the goal, you know, Nick Myers, when he was a Buckeye, used him a lot in the invert game, and he's comfortable in those tight spaces, so he can beat you off the dodge. He's quick enough, and he's fearless in terms of jamming the ball inside and finishing in tight quarters.
Fantastic job, 73, all tucked in, ready to take this draw at the stripe.
With that violation, Tucci won't be able to take the next face-off.
Yeah, they've been running Rylan Reese out there when they have to sub for Tucci for any reason, and that's a reason right there. So we'll see Reese next time around, jump the whistle, and Rowlett.
I know it's all good.
I appreciate that, Michael. Cash App powering athletes under the helmet.
This is a slugfest.
Yeah, and a good game, though. I mean,
Yes.
it's like completely different from the two games that were great that we had yesterday.
But that's why you love the
Yeah.
league, right? Different ways to win.
6-6 under 5. Conrad, you mentioned, haven't talked about him very much. Here's McCardle. He's been shut out for the most part today as well, off target.
And one personnel change on that last face-off. They let Courier face off instead of Reese. By winning that, he's now got Rowlett trapped on defense.
73 in white, trapped on the defensive end. That's not where he wants to be. Sowers now. Maybe renewed life after.
To kind of get out of the way so he's one-on-one with Blaze, but that wraparound, that was something else off of a second fake.
Yeah, Courier loves that jump behind the cage. It gets the goalie thinking near pipe, and then he just extends his.
But he burned him on that spot.
Rowlett wins another draw. Timeout called by Andy Towers. Straight over to that whiteboard. Now he's ready to go.
Do you remember when Towers was sitting on 2 timeouts?
Because no timeouts.
Which I love. Let the players make the plays. This weekend, gentlemen, we've had amazing games, incredible plays. I feel like this slugfest, I've welcomed it, right? Like after yesterday, you had to catch your breath with one amazing goal after another. This one, the defense, the play at the stripe, the goaltending. It's been an incredible weekend.
I mean, lost in all this is DeLuca's got 11 saves and is north of 60%.
Yes, yes, it's an old school slugfest.
And needless to say, a massive face-off here to start the overtime period. And rookie Nick Rowlett has won 13 and lost only 4 draws all afternoon long.
I think we're ready. So I'm Tucci. What counter can I pull out here if Rowlett wins the clamp? How can I counter that to try to get my wings involved?
Down.
Loose ball. Rylan Reese picks it up. So possession for the Waterdogs. Shot clock right about 28 seconds. They get into their offense pretty quickly.